Let's see who comes in. If anybody gets the notification or not. Everybody see me? Are we on? Let's see what goes on, see who shows up. If anybody comes in tonight, I didn't really get to announce if I was going live or not with everything that's been going on, but I'm here. Don't know if anyone else is going to come in or not. We'll see. I'm not sure if this is working or not. I think we're live. It says we're live. So we'll see what happens. Anybody gonna come in? Did I do it right or did I mess it up? Not sure. Let's see. I don't see anybody. Let's see. Maybe I have to start it again. Or is this scheduled? No, it's live. Let's check here. I do not know what's going on. Ah, somebody's here. Hey, it's Rob. What's up, Rob? I don't know if anybody got any notifications or not. I just popped on quick. How goes it, boss? Glad you made it. Well, at least I have someone to talk to. Might take a while for people to know I'm on. I know the past 2 weeks I didn't come on right away. There's Doherty. Hey, you made it. What's up? I think it's just us right now. I was practicing lips. I put a little video together for you, Doherty. Big old set of lips. I don't know if you can see that with the light. The light's bad. You tell Rob. Rob, Jordy's going to talk so much, you're not going to get a chance, just like in the chat last night. Yeah, I got to figure out how you say. I used to make all kinds of different lips. And I haven't. I got these little blocks of basswood. I'm trying to find you some basswood, Jordy. Where's that pack I got? These are out in the shop. I got all kinds of these little blocks. See these? These are those little 1-inch blocks. There should be all kinds of those. You can save your fingers. Oh, Rob messaged you. That's good. These are those little blocks. They're easy to just make little quick, practice whittles. Yeah, that's what I do. I buy 2 or 3 bags at a time. Yeah, you can buy the 1-inch stuff. It's just, it's enough to practice with your knife like this, That light's too damn bright. I got them LEDs, you're always complaining about them. Same thing. I put an LED light in the shop. It's freaking blinding me. But these are good enough. You can do little faces quick on them. They're good to practice with the knife. I like the 2-inch thick ones. This is like a 2x3, 2x4 inches long this way, but 2 inches thick, so that's what I usually like to use. But the little ones are nice too. You can get a lot of them cheap. I think I bought that pack for like $8. You made a video today, Rob? Rob must have bought it all up. I went to the craft store. They didn't have anything. They didn't have any basswood. I said, are you kidding me? Not even the little 1-inch things. I'm regrinding half of my knives, Rob. Even my old flex cuts. I got so many sets of the old flex cuts and knives laying in the drawers and everything else. Time to get the stones out. Yeah, I was at Hobby Lobby. You must have been there, Rob, because that's where I was. And you must have bought all the basswood because they didn't have nothing. Basswood's not cheap there because I guess it doesn't grow there, huh, Jordy? You don't get basswood? Even around here, you can find basswood now and then. Jordy will have his Dremel, Rob, with the sanding drum going, oh, I sharpen my knife. I meant belt sander when I said that. I have polished my knives with my Dremel, though. You get a little polishing pad, put some buffing compound on it. It's usually clean the crap off of them. Doesn't grow, huh? You hear of linden wood? It's the same thing. American linden. That's basswood. It's got like little suckers grow off of it all the time. $95? Holy crap. Right? Why is shipping so damn expensive? Yep. Yeah. Getting them flat isn't the problem, Rob. It's putting the bevel on them sometimes. My eyes, I can't see anything anymore. I can barely read the freaking chat. It's hard to keep up when you get too many people in here. We'll have to send you some packs because I can get them pretty cheap. Like I said, $7-8 for a pack. $10, I think, was the one pack, but I think, crap, I don't even know how many I got. That's a pretty good baggie. I even got one big basswood block in here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 going up. That's 10, 11, I think this was a 12-piece set. I carved one of them too. And I think it was $12. Yeah. This one has like 5 of those 1-inch ones in there, and then at the bottom it's got a big 2-inch one, a 2x3. It works good though. I mean, they're good for practicing with your knife. You want to practice with the knife, and you can make whittles with them things all day. I want to try and carve this. This is a hardwood egg. That's gonna have to be a Dremel carve. I got a couple of packs of these too. I got a pack of little tiny eggs this big. I can make a bunch of crap out of those, I guess. I'm scrounging for wood. I think I'm gonna have to spend a couple $100 and send away for a big box of cottonwood, either from your gal or cottonwoodbark.com. That wasn't that much, Jordy. I think it was like $20, maybe less, to ship you the eyes. And that's a little original tiki I designed and made it quick on the CNC last year. But that's an original tiki. That's my own drawing. Because I was going to start doing some CNC work. Hey, Rob, did I send you this cross, Rob? These crosses? I was going to send Jordy one, but he doesn't want one. This right here is the CNC, some of the stuff that makes. These come out nice. These were solid mahogany, you know, pretty thick. But I'll have to send Rob one of them if he wants one for his wall. Why does it say my chat disconnected? Successfully connected. Yeah, I want to see what those eyes look like in your owl. Curse your house. Ooh. I have to make you a Celtic cross. How about a cross with a wolf in the center of it? Or you want some kind of druid thing, maybe? Native American? Are they bigger, those eyes? I think those are the 20 millimeters. The 20 millimeter eyes I think I sent you. They make them in, I think, 22 and 24. They're huge. But they work good for chainsaw carvings. That should be a good size for all your chainsaw carvings. And even if they're a little small, if you have a really huge chainsaw carving, it'll still look pretty good, I think. Because I use them a lot. I still have one pack of them left. I end up carving my eyes more than using them, though, because then you got to drill holes for them and, you know, epoxy them in and stuff. I think I carved aspen a long time ago. Somebody gave me a couple of pieces of it. It carves pretty nice, though, Rob. I need something to carve. Geez. I got all of these carvings on top of my CNC that are all old. I'm going to redo some of them. Look at the thickness of this chunk of old cottonwood. That's a couple inches thick. Hard as a rock, though. I was starting to take the face off of it that I was putting on. I'm scraping it off. I think I'm gonna grind it and do a new face on it. But these are old. I found them in a box. I was like, I got a couple of pieces of those I could redo. This right here is an old knot. He had a crack down the center. I'm finding all kinds of crap. I'm thinking of going through some of the old busted up stuff and reconditioning it. You know how that goes. I could sell it if I cleaned it and fixed it up. Get rid of it. They're selling aspen for carving now? What, Hobby Lobby, Rob? I'm going to need you guys' input on that mermaid I want to work on. I want to make a couple of them. I want to do different designs, which means we're going to have to practice women's faces, which I know Glenn wants to do one. There's nobody here tonight. They probably don't think I'm on, which is good. I don't have to stay on till 10 o'clock. What's that video I put on turned into a 3-parter? It was so friggin' long. They're probably all still watching that. If there's anybody. There's somebody else in here. Who else is in here? There's me, you, and Jordy. It says 3 people. I don't know if they're counting me or not. And the chat's slow. You like that, Rob? Those, I'll tell you what, it's been a long time since I grabbed my good stuff. I got all my flex cuts I'm grinding up now and sharpening. I'll probably be back to those, but I like using the files. I'm tough on tools. I don't want to bust a $150 set because I'm rushing YouTube videos, But I think if I go slower again and just start doing like I used to do years ago and just talk through the whole thing, take my time, I'll make their carvings, and I think people like that better. I tried to put as many little tips as I could in on that stupid little piece of basswood, but I'd like to do a couple of them. I think I'm going to do one at a time. I'm going to do, all right, this is how you make this nose. This is how you make this nose. This is how you make a grumpy face. This is how you make a smiling lip. This is how you make a frowning lip, and all on them little pieces. Just, all right, this is one certain mouth. There, that's the video. Here's another set of lips. That's the video. Here's this way you could do an eye, and then you could do the eye this way with the Dremel, because you got people that Dremel carve, you got people that want to learn with the knives. I think it'll be good to have both. Did you get anything out of that video, Rob? You're pretty well set for as far as knife carving goes. I don't know how many gouges you use, though. You don't use too many gouges, huh? Sometimes people get the gouges and they don't know what the hell they're doing. He said, what's this do? You got to run it through the wood to find out what it does, right? Those veiners are so small in that set. They look like you're a needle. I can't even see what end is the cutting, like in a little V-tool, and micro ones on the files. The line is so small. It looks like you're threading a needle. And if you don't turn it just right and your light's not right, you can't even see that the cutting edge is up and you're holding it upside down. Well, at least with my eyes anyway. I mean, super, super thin. But I haven't had them out. God, since I was carving, what did I carve last time with these? No, it's one of my palm sets that I treasure. Look how thin that is, Rob. Can you see that? That's a little veiner. I have to hold it like that. Oh, okay, there's the groove. All right. If they weren't flat on the bottom, I wouldn't know what way to hold it. You know what? If you want to round off lips and stuff, that's what I was telling Jordy before. You get a gouge and you use that gouge, you'll get realistic mouths a lot easier. Flex cut makes nice sets. I mean, when they're brand new, they don't hold up as good as these. These you can get a little tough on, and the edge holds a lot harder. But you don't want to try to sharpen one wrong and screw it up, But they last pretty good. There's nothing like Swiss made stuff. But every cut, that's true. When you're doing a knife carving, or if you're doing the gouges, I mean, every cut's like a finished cut, There's no sanding and all that crap. That's what's nice about it. I have one nice piece. I don't know what to make out of it. Here's a piece of basswood for you, Jordy. This one right here was $8, this one piece. And I got deals on Amazon. Like I said, I paid $8 for all them little 1-piecers. But this right here is a 2x12 piece. I used to buy boxes of this on eBay for $25. I'd buy a box of 12 of these. This one piece cost me freaking $8 in the craft store. Like Swiss hot chocolate. Hey, Matt, what's up? How's it going, buddy? I got to get back online after 2 weeks and see what everybody's doing as far as their videos go. The only thing I know that happened while I was gone is Jordy shit himself. Which was funny. That kind of made my day when I watched that. I was like, oh. I don't know, Jordy. Is he still here? Where'd he go? You have a good holiday, Matt? Yeah, Rob, you should get some gouges out and try them in your next video. Try them flex cut ones. They work good. The leprechaun. You should have put a diaper on him. Actually, you should have put a diaper on Jordy. He was just saying, YouTube, you can go live together now. That could be interesting. We'll have to do a live together. We'll all do a live together. All of us with channels. We'll all do something. Yeah, Rob, that'd be fun. You can get your get in your boat, go pick up Mark and pick up Matt, bring them back here, and we'll all go live. We'll make donkeys. Who else is here? Somebody else came in. I got Matt and Rob. I think Jordy left. There's Mike. Oh, it's Mike. What's up, Mike? Happy New Year and all that stuff. Oh, now it's going to get warm. Hey, Rob, you know, remember I was telling you about the fish and stuff? I'm cleaning boxes out in my shop. Finding fish planks, Rob. Used to cut so many of these things out. These and birds. I cut them suckers out and start making fish. Think we should do a fish video? And shape it and everything. My dust collector. I'd have so much dust in here. I got to redo the dust collector. I'm going to hook it up to my good dust collector. So I'm trying to make room so I can get a bunch of good stuff made. I want to really get some videos going, but I need more room for the bigger stuff. I don't want to really whack out the Dremel and stuff. And I wish I had a room like Jordy made. You like fish, Mike? I used to do a lot of fish and then airbrush them and used to do scale. I used to make scale tools and everything and put scales on them. But yeah, fish carvings are very cool. You go down, go across to the creek, get a bunch of the stones that are right in the water, and I used to glue them on a board, you know, make a nice little base and diorama. They're nice. I used to make a lot of fish patterns too. Yeah, fish are cool. You could even just do a half a fish and just relief, you know, just round it, keep it flat on the back. And when you hang it on the wall, it looks like it's a mounted fish, but it's really just flat on the back. Only carved just around, you know, to the back. Now, we should do a fish or two. You don't have rocks in Michigan, Rob? You can't find any stones at the lake? You got what? Got all that big lake up there? Lake Michigan, there's no stones around it? No creeks? Your first attempt was pretty bad, Mike. My first attempts at everything are pretty bad. Are you kidding? People go, oh, you did really good with that. Oh, you got skill. Yeah, I scrapped a lot of wood before I made that. Trust me. It's all sand, huh, Rob? What do you think of this wood spirit? It's a nice little knot, huh? I was going to do a video on him, but I already got him started. And I'm like, I guess I could do a video making him, finishing him. But he's already like started out. But I love this knot. Got it ground down on the back. Like it's got a little hole in it. It's all ready for hanging. And I just got to grind all this up. I have to get the cutsalls and saber tooths out. He's been sitting around waiting to get finished. Got drawers and drawers of those. Those are pine knots. Any other knot wouldn't be a pine knot. We call them pine knots, but you'd have a cedar knot if it was a cedar tree, of course, and a walnut knot if it was walnut, a locust knot, a rob knot. What are you making on your channel, Matt? I haven't got a chance to see. You're always doing something funky. Oak knots. Oak knots are brutal, Rob. Oak itself. So one thing I don't do a lot of carving on. I have. It splits too much. I don't like oak. And it's hard as hell. Tell you, we need a... What were we talking about last night, Robert? Alien week or something. So everybody has to carve an alien. That's all you got to do. You come up with ideas. All right, everybody carve a squirrel this week and see how bad we all mess up. See if anyone can pull it off. These guys think we're all pros. Yeah, right. It takes us brain work and making mistakes too, right? I'm like Jordy. The only thing I'm good at, yeah, give me a block of wood and I'll close my eyes and make you a wood spirit. I'll do that. I've been doing that for 30 years. A squirrel fish, yeah. Maybe if you want to carve the squirrel, you got to start with a fish and it'll end up looking like a squirrel, right? Ah. Oh, I saw the ebony piano key. That stuff looks like it carves pretty good. Where the hell you get the piano keys, Matt? You're making pendants out of them, right? Yeah, I saw that video. Yeah, I know what you mean, Rob. Some of my best stuff wasn't what it was supposed to be. I know, Rob. I know it was from a piano. I mean, but where the hell do you go to get piano keys, you know, to carve? Where do you go to find a piano to get a piano key? You get in the garbage? What? The thrift store? You ever come across a piano in your thrifty travels, Rob? That you can hawk all the keys off of? You're making earrings from them, huh? That's pretty cool. That size right there is really good for making, I was thinking when I was watching it, I used to make little tiny, I was just showing Jordy when he was in here. I think he left for a while. But little tiny blocks of wood. What the hell did I put that? The little tiny blocks of wood, you know, the little 1 by 3 pieces of basswood. I was like doing sets of lips and stuff on them because I'm going to teach, stuff like that. And I used to get the little 1-bys like that and then make little wood spirits and make keychains out of them. Just put a keychain thing through them and make everybody make little keychains and then give them away to people or sell them at the flea market, Should do that. Make those little things out of piano keys and make them keychains too. You have necklaces, keychains, earrings. That'd be awesome earring. What are they? 2 inches long, Matt? 3 inches? 3 inches? From a demolition guy. That's where you get them. It's a good idea. I've never seen a piano in the garage, Rob. That's not something you really see out for trash, like a couch, There's got to be other things we can carve. I keep looking around in my shop. It's like, well, I'm carving basswood because I'm using hand tools for now. But when I go back to the Dremel, you can carve anything. This keeps up. I'm going to just get diamond bits out and start carving rocks. Those I got plenty of. I got stones everywhere. Actually, I'm sticks and stones. I used to carve rocks. That's why it was sticks and stones. My buddy Dan was into carving rocks. So we're going to go into business together. That's what started Sticks and Stones name way back when. All right, I'll be sticks and work with wood. You be stones and you carve stones. Now I got to start carving stones because he took off and went to Florida. But man, if I carve stones, then you got to set up the whole thing with the water and everything. No, that's a lot. But they're free. Won't be looking for that too hard. Now, you find a piano, they want you to take the whole thing. Yeah, they're not going to say, yeah, go ahead, just grab the keys. It'd be nice if you found a piano with all those ivory keys. I wouldn't carve those. I'd keep those and sell them. What would you carve after you used all the keys, Mike? He'll take the whole thing. Yeah, I wouldn't want to move one. I don't want to move the chainsaw carving log. You notice I'm not doing a lot of chainsaw carving. Number one, it's too cold in the winter. And number two, I don't want to move the logs. Pull them out of the ice and everything else. Be walking around down by the river freezing. Not for me. That's my springtime stuff. I'll sit in the shop and whittle. Or I'll get the Dremel out. Yeah, I'm up in the cold stuff, Mike. You bought a piano? Do you play, Matt? Or you buy it just to get stuff off of it, to carve? Oh, it's 60 there? You're spoiled. I think tonight it's going to be 20. I don't know. It's actually pretty warm tonight. I think it's only going down to 28. But today wasn't bad. It was like 40. We're in this warm streak right now. And then it'll drop to like 20s during the day. And at night it'll be, February, we get like below zero and it stays that way for all of February sometimes. And that's never good. You're at 22, Rob? Yeah, I think we're about like that. I'll tell you. Right now we're at 34 right now. But it's going down to like 28 tonight. So it's not that bad. Mostly the veneers. You can't carve in the summer, Mike? Why, is it too hot? I know. Wait till you get my age. I'm to that point. If it's got to be springtime. If I'm outside, summertime, it gets to be 90, 100 degrees. Then I don't want to swing the chainsaw and I'm grumping and moaning about it. In the wintertime, I'm cold. Too damn hot. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't so humid, you know. You can't breathe. Then all the dust is sticking to you. I have a creek right across the street from my house. Actually, what I do is I walk across, I start chainsaw carving. The sun's out. It gets to be 100 degrees. I'm so hot. I walk right over to the creek. I jump in the creek and I jumped in last year, clothes and all. I said, oh, I'm so hot. I just jumped in. It was ice cold. I almost shocked myself to death. I said, well, I jumped out, walked across the road, got back to my carving area, and I was almost dry. I said, holy crow. That did nothing. That's how hot it was. Yeah, it'd be nice to have AC in the summer to carve and heat in the winter. If there was a better way to heat my tent, it never seems to work for me. You run a heater out there, but Mama don't let you, huh, Mike? Shut up, Rob. That's the biggest thing. Chainsaw carving makes a mess. Dremel carving makes a mess. Flipping chips, they're easy. You get the knife out, you flip chips, you do it on your kitchen floor, you just sweep them up, you know. That's what's nice. I got chips all over my floor right now. Don't bother me at all. The dust, ugh. And Dremel dust, it covers everything in the shop. I got to clear everything out of my shop so I can vacuum all behind everything. Everything's covered in dust. The stuff just gets everywhere. And it gets up your nose and in your ears. But you got to keep going. I'm going to start using a lot of these basswood. That's what I got right now until I order some cottonwood. So you guys are going to see a lot of basswood stuff. Not that it's my favorite thing to carve, because it's really not, but I got plenty of little blocks, so we're going to start going through tutorial after tutorial. I'm going to make as many as I can, carving individual body parts. I told you, okay, we're going to cover eyes again. This is going to be how you make this eye. This is a sleepy eye. This is a grumpy eye. You know, and I'll do a bunch of those, and I'll do them with the Dremel, and I'll do them with the knife and with gouges. So everybody's questions get answered, hopefully, you know. Jordy just asked me about lips, so I made little lips on, you know. So we'll start doing little lips. I don't know if you can see that. So that's for Jordy, because he was asking me last night about lips. And I'll get that video together, and, you know, we'll do smiles, women's lips, men's lips. That way you can start putting all that stuff together and hopefully answer some questions. Oh, you like that piece, Tim? Yeah. Hey, here's something I made on my CNC. What do you think it is? Can you see that? That's CNC work. But I'm going to start doing some of that if I can clear that off and show you guys some of the stuff I make on that. That's really cool stuff. And yeah, that other piece, this is a piece we just did with the, you can't really see them with the, that's the piece we just did the other night. In the last video, it's the 3-part series. This light is way too bright. Holy crap, I can barely see that. Too bright. But yeah, that was the one we used the files in. I'm just going to start using those because I have to regrind all my other tools. I got half of them done already. But hopefully that showed you, you know, detail the crap out of a wood spirit with just some gouges and chisels, you know. What's up, Tim? Where you from again, Tim? I keep forgetting where you're from. Florida. Another one where it's hot. Don't mind me. I can't remember yesterday. But yeah, some of those, it was nice to carve with my nice stuff again. I keep picking up the same stuff that just sits here. And I said, yeah, I got to get to my freaking cabinet and dig out my good stuff because I broke so many tips off of knives and I had them all lined up here and I just kept picking them up. And every time I try to do a video, it was just digging it up. I was like, oh my God, this is bad. Doesn't matter if I hone it, you know. No, those need to be reground. They got tips broken off, and the one blade of the one flex cut I was using, I looked at it, looked like a seesaw. I said, what is the problem? No wonder, because I can't really see that much anymore. So I put my magnifiers on. I'm looking at the blade. Oh my God. It looked like saw teeth, Rob. No wonder it's digging all the wood up. I said, I better get some my good tools out. But you can't beat it. You guys had to see that. That's what a good set of files does. Because I don't think I know of any. I don't think I know of any gouges on the market that are better. I mean, I haven't really tried any others since I've started using those years ago. Because let's face it, I mean they're a good tool, you know. So I had to make a video with them, but I'll probably be using them in most of my videos now when we do hand tools. Yeah. The only thing that flex cut was good for, Rob, unless I regrind it, that'll be coming up. I have to show you. I have to take a picture of it, like up close, and show you. You wouldn't believe I was carving with it. It looks like shark teeth or something. It's good for cutting steak, but not for carving. And I'm using it in videos. No tip on it. The tip was all. So I'll regrind all that stuff and polish it up, and then they'll go back in the drawer. And then when I bust something else, I'll pull one out. Because I do, I'm awful. When I'm flying, I'll just really get going fast, and I just flick the chips and I scrape them and I break things. I'll send you a picture, Rob. I'll blow it up. It literally had little dents and chips all the way down the blade. It looks serrated. They're little fine ones, but you know, you probably got to run across the stone a bunch of times. It'll take them out, but definitely got to regrind the point. The point you can't even cut anything with. Then we're going to do a live. I was going to talk to Jordy. Where did Jordy go? He was saying he wanted to go live. He's starting to get worked up about going back to back and doing a Dremel, a wood spirit with the Dremel. Starting to talk trash to me. I said, all right, it's on. So we're thinking about going live together and doing a carve off with the Dremel and seeing who can make a wood spirit. But that is tough to do because you both need the exact piece of wood and the same tools and everything. But he's been bringing it up. So I think he's going to want to do that. Anything to keep, you know, from being bored. You been there, Rob? You carved with shark teeth knives? You're going to name your new knives Piffles, you said, right, Rob? That should be your brand. Them knives you're making. You put them in an Etsy shop or put them online, and they can be Rob's Piffles. Piffles. You should name your knives Piffles. This is my upsweet piffle. This is my chip carving piffle. It's kind of a catchy name. I like it. Is there any, I haven't seen anybody in here that won the contest. I want to see if you got your stuff. I didn't get emailed back by, we sent out the Dremel. I know he sent me his address right away, so I shipped it out. I haven't heard from Rocky. Rocky won the big cottonwood piece. I did hear from, I had a couple people email me instead of emailing you, Rob, or emailing, hey, Liz. They got to email Jordy for his gnome yet. I think that was Hilda. What's going on, Liz? Did you get your new gouges? I'm starting to hallucinate. I heard something behind me. Either too much or not enough coffee. Thought it was Rob sneaking up on me. No gouges. Rob's going to break out his flex cuts and start doing some things. Who told me they just bought a set of files? Was it you, Mike? I'm pretty sure it was you, right? You said you had just bought a set of files? You emailed me and told me. It wasn't you? Who the heck was it? I could have sworn it was you. You emailed me about the eyes, though. And your wood spirits. I'm going to cover eyes in the next video or two. I'm still trying to put the pictures together for the Christmas video. You need to get you some piffles. There's Miss America Made. Wrong mic. Must be another mic. Nice. Well, the whole idea is if, you know what you do when we start doing some fancier carvings down the road, we're going to use the Dremel, and then we're going to use gouges, and then we're going to use the hand tools and gouges and stuff to really get all the detail. That's really the best way, I think. Because even roughing out, I like using the hand tools for the detail, but roughing out a big piece, oh, I'm going with power. I'm not going to sit there and do all that by hand. You know, I'm too lazy. Yeah, you emailed me about the eyes, right, Mike? And your wood spirits. They're getting better. I think in that last video where I made this guy, where we just did this guy here. Man, I got to change this light. But where we just did him, those eyes were pretty quick, right? We just made him with a V-tool. Boom, boom. And put some holes in them. That's it, you know? Then you don't have to make it too complicated. I'll go into some detail this week about... we're going to do lips and we're going to do noses. I mean, lips and eyes. Again, I'll do them with the... I'm going to do the eyes with both because I want to be able to show you can do them with the Dremel and you can do them with the hand tools. And we'll do a bunch of different ways you can do them. I just think the more eye videos you put on and the easier... Because you can make them real fancy or you can make them, well, this is real quick. Boom, you know? I think everybody needs to know a lot of... little tricks for that because you can do that on a lot of different carvings and get all kinds of different looks, you know, but you should know how to do it with the Dremel and with hand tools. Hey, I have Poor Man. I still use Poor Man flex cuts. I'm upset when I break mine. I go and regrind them. I have some in there. I bet they're, I can't even tell you how old they are. I reground them so many times. It is hard to get the original flex cut bevel on them though, because they come pretty honed right in the pack. But those files, I mean, even my the files I used in that last video, I'm telling you, they come almost at a serrated edge. I still have to hone this one. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see this? See if I can get the light to this file. I'm not using it that much because I still have to hone it. Because if you look at the edge, I don't know how good you can see that. Can you see the edge up here? You see how that's all rippled? I mean, this thing needs to be run down on a leather strop really bad. You can't really see it real good. But trust me, that is not ready for carving. Right? That needs to be maybe even run down the stone a little bit and get that those little seesaw marks out and then hone it up. I have another one I just dropped. So just because they're expensive, not even these are file knives, but I think they're only like $24. They're nothing like the palm tool sets. Yeah, I never had a problem, like I said, with flex cuts, Liz. I made most of my living with just flex cut knives for 20 years. And then finally I said, oh, I want to buy something up and see what happens, try it out. That's just like with the gouges I used yesterday, the files. I used flex cuts for years. They work fine, but now and then you want to treat yourself. You get something like a set of palm tools, like those files, and you go, wow, it's a whole different world. Oh, nice. Thanks, Liz. You got some hand tools, huh? That's a good time to come because I'm going to be doing all kinds of little shorts on these little one-piece 1-inch pieces of wood. I'm going to make a lot of little tutorials for beginners. Yeah, I'm not. You know what though, Rob? The Beaver Craft has a really strong blade. You grind that blade right. I was just sharpening one the other day. I sharpened my rough out knife. It come out nice. I sharpened it up. But I ground it my way. I took their bevel right off and just started over. But the blade is really strong and it works good now. Good. That's good, Liz. Yeah, everybody's welcome. Like I said, he'll learn chainsaw carving too. We start doing that, and he'll learn about Jordy also, and Rob, and Matt. So he'll have plenty of instruction if he's new. Yeah, I was gonna get an OCC, Rob, and then I was looking through my drawer. I was like, I still got file knife. I got stuff I can't even find. So I figured, well, I told you these files, I still haven't even sharpened them out of the pack. I just pulled them out to show you guys, but I definitely have to grind them up a little bit. Gotta run them across the stone anyway, and then I'll hone them real good, and polish them, and then I'll start using them. Because I was gonna buy some OCCs. Remember I was talking to you about it? And I figured, well, why go out and buy them? I mean, I got tools. They're just in my drawers. My shop is so junked up, I can't even get to my drawers with stuff. I got stuff I don't even know I have just because I've been collecting so many years, I really probably don't need to go buy another knife for a long time if I go digging around, especially when I can just regrind my own. I mean, I know how to do it. If they break, you just grind another point on them and grind another bevel and start over. I just haven't had the time, so I was picking them up broken and just making videos, So anybody here that had no, I guess not. There's 10 people in here, but nobody in here got anything out of the Christmas challenge, huh? There's no winners in here tonight. I know Amy Jo got her wood spirit. She emailed me. I still don't know if Rocky got the cottonwood piece or not yet, and I know I just had to ship out a flex cut knife because they freaking were back ordered. It was ridiculous with Christmas. Right, Rob? As long as there's steel left, you can make something out of it, right? I've had knives like this flex cut. This is, not a bad length blade. Was a 1-inch blade, right? I've had them ground them down to their here. Now they're a little pelican knife. As long as there's steel, keep breaking it out sooner. Grind the tip, and then just I'll use it for that. As long as there's steel, I'll come up with something, buddy. I've never actually gotten desperate to the point where I actually went in and started pulling out pocket knives. I'll sharpen them suckers and carve with them too if I have to. Like I said, for $20, you can always just go buy one if you're that desperate. You can just go get a flex cut. Sometimes you come up with knives that cut a lot better, huh? I was making my knives years ago out of bandsaw blades. Not bandsaw blades, sawzall blades. We make them out of those. The real thick ones. That used to be some pretty good steel. It made some nice knives. I've had a nightmare week, and so I'm glad to be back. Sorry I didn't have the lives the past couple of times, guys. I got to get these in different. Every time I pick these damn knives up, they fall out. They just drop right out. The one fell out the other day. I picked it up and went to grab it and poked myself. I was like, because it landed upside down, and I went to grab it. And I said, ow. Got a little poke right in my thumb. Just from very rarely cut myself with them, but if I drop them and try to catch them, that's when I get cut. So I got to put these in different holders. But I was happy I found them in my drawer. Yeah, $10.95, huh, Rob? I think I should do a pine knot video, but I got to go through this bag of basswood. I got a lot of basswood. So you're going to get a lot of tutorials in basswood with the hand tools, guys. I can do some with Dremel too, but I hate carving basswood with Dremel. That's Rob's thing. It's so fuzzy and crappy. And you got to make all that fuzz and all that dust and get the ruby carvers out to clean it up, or you just got to use your hand tools on it then. Stropping's easy. Most of that's all you need to learn, Mike, is to strop your knife. Most of them are going to come sharp right out of the pack. You learn to strop it and hone it, put a little polish on it, you're good. That's all you got to do. You should do that like every 15 to 20 minutes if you're carving heavy too. The only time you grind a knife, we were talking about this the other day, is if you get a chip in your blade or if you break the tip, when your knife is broken and you have a chip in it or something like that, that's when you got to regrind. I call that a regrind, but usually it's on a stone, or you could do it in a belt sander. We were talking about that too. There's a lot of ways, but that's when you grind your knife. Otherwise, you never use a stone on your blade. You use a piece of leather and some polishing compound and you'll make that sucker sharp and keep it sharp. That's pretty much all you need. And as long as you got the bevel right, sometimes you just have to push it flat against that leather and you'll be good. That's what keeps it sharp. A lot of people think right away, oh, my knife's dull, and they think they got to get a stone out and then they wreck the bevel, and that goes that knife, until they learn how to do it. I told you, I'll get my sanding drum out, Rob. I got Jordy ready to take the sanding drum to his new Rob knife. If Clem was here, he'd be rolling. Oh, get a sanding drum, Jordy, and the Dremel. Go across your blade. That'll sharpen it. You're lazy. You don't want to sharpen with the thing. Rob's going, no, you don't do that. He'll be sending it back to you to remake him another one, Rob. I think most bevels are like a 20-degree angle, something like that. On a carving knife, I think they're about the average. Beaver crap work. They work, but if you make a living with your knife, you're probably not going to be using too many of them. But the blade's strong. You put the right edge on it, Yeah, it is all about the bevel on your knife. That's what makes it cut. And if you rub that bevel, if you hold your knife up a little too much and you're just overlapping that bevel, be nice, Rob. You're just mad because they never sent you any knives, Rob. Now they're not going to. Did you get those rotary tools, Rob? How are they? Are they any good? That company sent? Yeah, you don't have to press too hard on a strop, Mike. You got to keep your knife at the right angle and make sure that you're stropping that bevel. That's all. Most of the time, laying it flat is sufficient just because of the way the knife is shaped. You'll feel when it's rubbing smooth, Oh, you said no thanks, Rob? You don't want? You didn't like them? Yeah, you got to let me know how they I just dropped my pen. I fidget too much. You got to let me know how they work. Make a little video. If they don't work, you can always run them across your belt sander. Put a bevel on them. Where did I drop my other knife? I got crap everywhere. Yep. That's how easy it is, Matt. Listen to Rob. He knows what he's talking about. Whatever that knife's beveled at, that's what you stay with. And you just rub it down one side, flip it over, rub it the other way, flip it over, rub it the other way. You'll get used to it. Get some polishing compound. You can rub it on your strop. A lot of times I just shave it right onto my strop and blend it in a little with my fingers. And then, I was telling Rob, I used to do a lot of videos where I'd just walk out in the woods, sit and fish and whittle something on a stick. And my only strop was my leather boots back then. I just rubbed the knife back and forth on my boot every 10 minutes to keep it honed. No polish, just, But it does keep it cutting smooth. Helps it go through the wood a lot nicer if it's polished, And that's where you get your razor edge from, is really the honing, not really the grinding part, the honing part. It takes a while. After so many years, you learn how to do it, though, because you can't be sending your knives out to be sharpened like a saw blade, like a lot of people do. It's the same thing with chainsaws. You learn how to sharpen it yourself, or you're going to be taking them back to the hardware store every other week, every time you hit a nail or something, So it's best to know how to strop your knife at least. You don't have to know how to grind it, but it's probably good to learn. Or at least use a stone or a couple stones. But there's nobody in here. I'd like to see who got their prizes. A lot of people just emailed me, and then I forwarded the email. I forwarded the email to Ben. His winner emailed me. Nobody listened during the contest. Said if you won one of Rob's, email Rob. Go to Just Carve Rob, message Rob. Hey, I'm the winner. Same with Jordy. Jordy said he had a few people didn't even message him. They messaged me, hey, I won this. So I said, okay, Jordy, this is the address this lady messaged me, But who knows? Yeah, I like them too, Rob. You ever see that? And there's those other things. Who are we talking to? Oh, me, Liz? Carving? I don't know exactly. It's over 20 something years, 25 years, probably. Maybe more. I don't know. I'm getting older. I forget. I know I started my YouTube channel. I just had December 5th was my YouTube anniversary, and I think I started it in 2010. So it's 13 years on YouTube. I told you I bleed sawdust, Rob, if I cut myself. Yeah, it's like 25 years. I used to do a lot of professional. I was actually a professional wood carver. I wood carved for my living. I still do, actually. But I did a lot of commission stuff and high-end stuff, and I don't do that stuff on YouTube. You know. Now I just make wood spirits and mess around. Those videos we were just talking about would take forever to try and do. People would be so bored on the channel. Yeah, I'm giving away my age, Liz. I'm going to be 60 in June. That's what Jordy was watching my video. He's like, oh, I see you learned how to make cheeks for me. I said, I noticed your wood spirits improved since you've been watching me again, Jordy. Right? Jordy was my subscriber. Right? Jordy's only been on, what, 6 years? Something like that. He's been picking on me. I was like, yeah, okay, Jordy. Always talking trash. That's not a pigeon, Rob. Oh, bird. You want to see some? How about this? Carve some real stuff, Rob. Quit making your reindeer, Rob. And it's not a pigeon, Rob. It's a kestrel. Thanks, Liz. Yeah, I've done a couple of birds and hawks and realistic owls. I just sent Jordy a couple of owl eyes. I want to see his owls with those glass eyes. They're actually taxidermy eyes. Where do you see what those make the owls look like when he puts them in? But yeah, I want to do stuff like that. But if you want to be a bird carver, you need high-end wood burner. You do a lot of wood burning, and there's painting is wash after wash. Sometimes, 50, 60 washes, just to get the colors you want. You're 63, Liz? Oh, really? Your birthday's on Jordy's birthday. That's cool. Yeah, I noticed Jordy said that too. A lot of his subscribers. I don't know. You're probably the same way, Rob. Most of our subscribers are older. I'm talking like 55 and up, A lot of 60 and up. Fried chickens. Did you carve a fried chicken, Rob? Yeah, I'd like to start making my hawks again. You should do realistic red tails. And I think I did a Cooper's hawk for Audubon. 2 Cooper's hawks. I don't know why they like the Cooper's hawks. The Cooper's hawks are pretty wild. They got the red eyes. 46, Timmy is. December 7th. Rob's trying to get a date, Liz. He says you're a hot 63. Matt's working, but he's hanging. Yeah, just looking for something to keep the brain going, right, Ian? You guys are like me. Got to keep the brain and the fingers working, otherwise you lose it, right? Most of us wood carvers are half gone anyway. We're going to start trying some fun stuff. We're going to go live together. Me and Jordy are going to have a carve off. He's talking trash. Where'd he go? Where's old Poopy Pants anyway? Where is he? Where'd he go? Talking trash to me last night. Did you see his last video? Calling me Tiny Tim. I'm going to dub him Poopy Pants. You better watch it. I got a lot of subs too. He better watch it. The world will know. Well, he told the world anyway. He don't care. It's not like that's going to affect him. We were talking about copper tires, Mike. I got lost in the conversation. What are you working on, Matt? Matt's here and listening, but he's working. He must be making a video. Ian 74. I'm going to be gone by then. I've lost so much already at 60. I can't imagine another 14 years. I was just telling Rob and Jordy last night, we were talking. And I said, because we were talking about moving the wood. And I said, you know what? When I was 50, I felt like Superman. Hell, that's young. I said, that 10 years, I move logs now. It's a big difference, just them 10 years. And my eyes, especially. Look at the size of these goggles. They look like Mr. Magoo. I can't see anything. Oh, Cooper tires. I see, Rob. That's what that was about. I was wondering what you're talking about, copper tires. The chat's slow tonight. There's not too many of us in here. It's good. Everyone probably said, oh, you don't go on anymore. Yeah. I had a bad week. I did have a death in the family. Yeah. That was my stepbrother. I grew up with him, but I wasn't super, super close to him because I only, hung with him for like a year. But still, it messed up the normal way of things around here. He's in New Mexico, and he's 50 years old. That's scary. He was a school teacher. He's 50 years old, and his wife just found him. He was passed away in his living room, just in his chair. New Year's Day. Isn't that something? So, no, we still don't know what happened. They're saying natural causes. It doesn't seem so natural to me, 50 years old. Wow. That's a scary thing, especially when we're all over 50. Except for Rob and Hot Liz. Well, Liz is over 50, but apparently she's in really good shape, according to Rob. Yeah, thanks, Liz. Like I said, I knew him, of course. He was my stepbrother. He was my mom remarried years ago, and that was my stepdad's son. But I knew him when he was 12 years old, 14. They'd come and they'd stay the whole summer, but he lived in New Mexico. It's not like we were really, really super close like my real brother. But yeah, it was a shock though to everybody. It's like, what are you talking about? He's 50, So kind of makes you feel your mortality, huh? When you hear about that stuff. Rob, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Flirting with Liz. There's Michael. What's going on, Michael? That's the Mike I was talking about, Mike. That's the other Mike. Yeah, that's the other Mike. You're talking about one of you. Didn't you just buy a set of files, Mike? And he goes, nope. I said, you just told me you bought a set of files. And nope. I said, must be the other Michael. Getting ready for surgery. What's wrong, Mike? What are you getting surgeoned on? Everything okay? Oh, bummer. And you just got new gouges. Depends, you never know. Maybe you'll get a real good doctor. I just sharpened my knives. Come here, I'll fix it. You tell me what you want. I know, see, you're the one. You're the one that just told me. That other Mike was like, I didn't just get a set of buttons. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry to hear about your shoulder, man. Third time. Was it rotary cuff? Oh, man, that's a bummer. Yeah, well, you could still Dremel carve. Just put your piece in a... Yeah, rotary cuff. Put your piece in the friggin' vise and just real lightly hold it up with your other hand if you have to. Is that your carving hand, Mike? Your carving shoulder? About Glenn. Glenn's just recovering. He ran the Dremel across his hand. Oh, good. Well, that could be a plus. You could still hold the Dremel in one hand and have your piece in a vise then. You know? You just have to Dremel carve and save those new files for when you're healed. Those new gouges. They'll stay nice and pretty in the box. Yeah, Rob will take them off your hands right away. Right away, Rob wants your new chisels. After the drugs wear off, the other Mike says. You'll be able to carve until then. Have to charge them triple, right? They're not cheap, like I said, right? I don't think the price changed that much, though. So I'll tell you, I've had mine for a while. And they weren't cheap then. You know, you pay for what you get, though. You know. Did you get a chance to run them through any wood before you spent 180? And aren't you in Florida, Mike? Or you're in where were you? Were you Australia? Oh, you're in New York. I get confused. See? I was talking to Ian. See, Ian? I don't need to be 72. I can't keep anybody straight. But did you get to use them before your shoulder went out all the way? So they're 180 in New York. It figures. I got mine, I think. No, I got mine at a woodcraft store, though. I think I paid $155. I think I got mine from Woodcraft, actually. Yeah, they cut right through that wood, right? Yeah, you figure they'd be actually more expensive at the store at Woodcraft. Maybe I hit a sale or something. I don't know. Nothing beats that $20 set I got, though, and they're the bigger ones. Are you kidding me, Matt? It's that hard to find stuff there? You guys